All right, so next up is activity number 2, which I've entitled Thought-Provoking Images. This is another activity that I often do in class, and it consists in getting students to comment on images. I usually choose images that are interesting in some way, or they find visually shocking or thought-provoking, like I said, and that are connected to the topic that we're working on in class. And the first thing I do is I project the image, show it on the IWB, and give students, again, a minute to look at it, trying to pay attention to the details. And then, just like I did with the quote, I ask them 3 questions. What can you see in the image? What does the image represent? Well, what message is it trying to convey, to give? And last but not least, what title would you give it? Students get a few minutes to think about the questions, and they might take some notes to answer them if they wish. And once everyone has their ideas, I usually put students in groups, probably in groups of 3 maybe, for them to share their answers together. And finally, we usually have a final group discussion to see to what extent everyone agreed or disagreed with each other. And we also write down the possible titles that the students came up with. This is another image I connected to the topic of social media and its harmful effects on teenagers. Just a question for you. What title would you give it? Students found this image interesting, and they all wanted to have their say in regard to mobile phone etiquette and on how addictive social media can be. I think we all agree on that. They were actually really passionate about the topic, and they had lots of interesting ideas for titles for the image. And this was also a great way of brainstorming ideas to work on the essay, which is entitled, Does Social Media Bring People Together or Push Them Apart? And I feel this is a very current topic nowadays. And as a follow-up to this, I also encourage students to bring their own images to class, just like I did with the quotes, so we could discuss them together.